All right, welcome back, guys. Pittsburgh Wiess here with another deck tech. My name is Brandon, and with me we have Carmen and Andy.
What's up?
So I've never done this before, but today I am doing Fate Khaled Prisma, and not a very popular deck, but it's sure a meme deck. So,
Yeah. It's a very, very cool deck.
I've played it a bit. I enjoy it. That's all that really matters. So
yeah, it's a very unique strategy. They can really just come back and win games kind of out of nowhere. So, so take us away, Brandon.
All right. So first for our level zeros, we got 4 of Temporary Retreat Kuro. She's just a mill runner.
Yeah, mill runner. 2,500 mill runner.
Mill runners are good, so run 4 of her.
Yep.
After that, we got 4 of Necessity Illya. She is
a necessity in the deck.
Yeah.
She is a necessity in the deck. I don't know when I bought this deck. I don't know why it only came with 2. This feels like 4's a must-have.
Yeah, so it's just a drop search, right?
It drop search and it scries 1. You can choose how you want to put your triggers. So normally you search first before you do the scry.
Mm-hmm.
Normally, I don't really see.
Unless you're just not searching.
Yeah.
If you're just not gonna search and you just want the scry.
I've done that before. So.
Yeah. But yeah, really, really important since you run a lot of zeros and not much of anything else. You're looking for very specific pieces. Mm-hmm. You need that much tutor in the deck.
It's also really good. The scry is actually really good. I've realized it's for making sure the top's clean because you don't trigger your climaxes. But there is actually the rare case where I specifically left climaxes on the top. Because oddly enough, this deck does want to trigger climaxes sometimes.
Yeah, because you're running 8 pants, right? 8 blue gate. Yeah.
I'll go in there a little bit.
The finisher requires you to have a lot of climaxes in hand.
Yeah, but yeah, we can get into that.
After that, we got 2 of the Magical Stick Ruby. It's just look at top 2 re-range.
Yeah, pretty powerful effect in the list since there's top checking mechanics.
So these 6, some combination of these, I'd say that you want at least 6 of these.
Mm-hmm.
Just because, like I said, later on there's a lot of top check, like your combo will fizzle if you don't set up top properly. But I also got, thank you, Carmen.
No problem.
Got 2 of the Practicing Magic Illya. This is just 0/500. It bonds with Perfect Superhuman Mio. Just pay 1. It's just value. The deck sometimes tends to struggle a little bit with keeping a hand. And this will just make sure you get your Mio into your hand from your waiting room. And it also, you can pay 1, tap it to boost your Mio by 500, which isn't very relevant. The only thing relevant about this is just to make sure that you get the stock out if you have a climax stuck in your stock. That's about all it's really good for, that second effect.
But it is an Apple Bond effect. Apple Bond's good. Pay 1 plus.
Next we got Sweets Battle Outbreak Kuro. This card's I've never seen a card like this before. It's actually kind of unique. So normally this is the last card you attack with whenever you're using it, because every character that attacks before it gives it an extra 1,000 power. So this can get up to 4,000 pretty easily, so it can beat over actually a lot of level zeros. And then upon reverse of the other person's character, you can pay 1 and put the top of your deck into your clock to salvage.
Okay, so it's a salvage Ricky on reverse. That's pretty cool.
So that's actually also really important too, because if you're just unlucky and you get your key pieces in the waiting room, I found myself grabbing it back. Mm-hmm. So that's.
And can it grab anything, or can it only grab?
I believe it's any character, right?
Anything.
A magic or character with Shiro in the name. So it's not level restricted like other Rickies, which is important because you need to be able to grab stuff in this deck. So.
I also got in here 3 Kuro who's all ready for the gym. This card's pretty cute. So, first of all, it's 0/3, which in this game, at this point, is almost overstated.
Yeah, everything.
Basically an oversized. You're getting it, Brandon. You're getting the hang of it.
So, but what's fun about it is when you reverse them with this overstated card, you get a free blind stock. But on the flip side, for such an overpowered card, when they reverse you, they get a blind stock. But you don't care because you're just going to flatten them at the last combo. At the very end anyways.
You don't really care too much about what your opponent's doing when you're playing this. So,
we got 3 of our greatly overpowered Brainstormer. Just kidding. It's probably the worst Brainstormer I've seen ever. But it's good. But still pretty much required. Need something for Brainstormer. All it is, it's just Kaleido Magical Girl Miyu. It gives the front or the middle of your center stage plus 500, which is actually sort of relevant. But its Brainstorm is tap 2 and pay 1, and on climax draw a card.
So it's a rest 2 draw Brainstorm.
Yup.
Yeah, that's garbage. But hey, you need to get through your deck somehow.
No, that's one thing this deck I realize actually really struggles with, is getting through the deck.
Yeah, just no mill.
This has a lack of mill in this deck, honestly. It's very hard whenever I just love to see all my climaxes early on, just every deck I play. So when I see this, I'm like, all right, well, this sucks. I need to get through this real fast, and you basically need it. So
yeah.
All right, that concludes.
So that's a lot of level zeros. How many level zeros is that?
Oh, geez. 3, 5, 8,
12,
16, 18, 21.
21 zeros. Okay. Well, that's important later when we talk about the level 3s.
No, but here's the thing. You always have zeros. You won't ever get levels.
Yeah, you won't ever get screwed.
I've never gotten level screwed at this deck, so. So this has one thing going for it, I guess. Our level 1 lineup actually is, in my opinion, fairly strong. It's not horrible.
Yeah, it's pretty unique.
So first off, we got 4 of Illya being toyed around with. such a name. So this one has a climax combo with another me. This climax right here. That when you play it, if she is in your center stage, outshoots from your deck another Illya Kuro, which you also run 4 of. This card right here. It's a 1/1, 75k. That when it attacks, if your stock is 2 or less, it goes to the waiting room, which that's not that bad of a condition. Just attack with it third.
Yeah, and like most of your stuff is costless at 0, so.
And plus, at this point, you probably have at least a fair amount of stock anyways by the time you get to this.
And you can put it on any position, so you can put this over that if you want.
Or your backstage. So what I find myself doing a lot of times is, just for the value purposes, because like I said, this deck sometimes has trouble keeping value, is I'll like play 2 of these up front and something else, play the combo, and I throw both of them in the back row to use on the next turn.
Yeah, I mean, you do what
Sometimes
you gotta do, but I mean, 7,500 is pretty big, especially when with stuff like a lot of Konosuba running them around. With Union only goes to 7, so, but.
After that, we got 4 of the perfect superhuman Mio. This is a 105k. This is the card that also went with this level 0, the bonded earlier on that I ran to.
The Apple Bond target.
Can be grabbed from the waiting room. It's not super spectacular, but it's not really a climax combo, but on any blue climax, which, spoiler alert, you run 8 blue climaxes. When it attacks, you draw discard. This is actually really important because this deck, like I said, struggles digging. So I feel like having 4 of these is actually a must.
Yeah, it kind of helps you gets through your deck. Helps you draw climaxes, which you need to do in the deck.
And it helps you ditch the ones that you actually don't want. Because toward the end of the game, I'll go into the top end of this is really complicated, but there's only one climax you actually care about, and it's not this one.
Yeah, it's not that one.
This one you want to see like 1 copy in the beginning, and then after that you could care less of a crap you see it again.
Yeah, you want to trigger those ones so you can get your other ones. So.
And then other level ones. Now, I mean, there's probably room for things to be changed around this list. I'm still working on figuring out the exact numbers, but what I've seen so far, I run 1 of the maid outfit Miyu, 1/1 backup. And I'm trying to remember how much power this thing gives. It's a lot.
It's 500 for every card with Illya and its name on the field. So
or Miyu.
Or Miyu. So it keys off this Kuro too because it has Illya in the card name.
Only level 0 Kuros it doesn't trigger.
Yeah, only 0 Kuro.
Yeah.
But the level 1 Kuro, which is what you're going to be protecting with this normally.
Yeah, or this, which is Miyu anyways.
But yeah, just helps you hit some pretty high power levels at level 1.
And then on top of that, you can pay 1 and put your card from your hand in this card if you just need an extra 500 on top of it.
Okay.
So it's the first ones will be plus probably 15 or 2,000, I'm guessing, typically, maybe.
Well,
plus another 500 on top of that if you need it.
I'm pretty sure it's a pay 1 back, pay 1 to give 500 power, and then it gives X more.
It's a 1/1 with like X power, which will be 15 to 2,000.
It's a 1/1 500 backup, so it gives an additional amount of power for the number of cards with Illya in the name. So if you have 3 cards with Illya or Miyu in the name on the field, so if you have like this, this and this in your front row, and you play this backup, it's a 2K backup. So that's a good way to think about it.
So, and the last card I currently run, while Andy's against it, I love it. I'm probably going to keep it as one of, as long as I can, is Guided Fate Illya. It is back row hate. You pay one, pay one. You discard one magic character. Look at the top card of your deck. If it's level 0, this effect triggers. This is where setting up also kind of helps here, because you have all these setup cards to make sure the top level is 0. But whenever this card attacks, you confront their back row character instead of their actual like center stage. So it's just back row hate, which I found really useful for now. Unfortunately, I said this deck struggles with value sometimes. So a lot of times, even if you can do it, doesn't mean you should. Good for hitting the Union from Konosuba, because that card's kind of good.
Yeah, pretty good.
I also realized though, just looking at other decks, the smoke screen from Gungale is 5,000 power.
So you can trade with it or buff over it.
You can knock over it and get the thing. So your later on Kaleidoscope combo, which we'll talk about, actually pings.
Yeah, that's really important actually, since GGO is more popular now.
You can actually hate out the Gungale anti-hate with this card.
So pretty cool.
That's what I just realized.
Yeah, interesting tech card.
All right, that's it for.
So you're kind of like walling out at level 1 is what you're trying to do.
Basically,
with another Mikuro. Okay.
So in this deck, here's all the level 2s. None of them.
None of them. So you're not running the Free Fresh or the, what's the other one that people run? So the one with they run the Free Fresh Miu, and there's one other card they like to run it too.
I don't know what the other one is. The Refresh Miu, when I bought this deck, it had it, but I don't like because again, the Refresh Miu, which I wish I had, actually I think I do have it if you want to
let me see if I can grab it.
Give us 1 second. I actually do have it. It's in the small orange box.
It's one of the old school.
It's actually no. Grab me that box on the table right there.
Right here?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's an old school 2-1 on play refresh.
Yeah.
Counter. I really like those old ones. The
Sorry,
2-1s.
give me a sec here.
Yeah, it does have some
really
natural anti-synergy with the endgame combo.
So this card, I mean, it's a little awkward because so when you play, it only works if you have 5 or less cards in deck, which is very conditional. And
especially in this deck because you don't have a lot of access to free mill, so you can't really get down to that in your deck.
And so that's all this deck has in terms of refreshing, but I don't think it's really worth it at that point. And its only other thing is rest 2, pay 2 to draw a singular card.
It is a plus.
Oh, it's a plus. But again,
you could top check a climax and draw it, I guess. But
it's kind of awkward. I'd rather, because again, this is anti. If you see this off your top end combo, you just fizzle anyways. So I'd rather just run decent level 1s and 0s than this card.
Okay,
it's not run, so in my opinion at least. So in terms of the actual combo, so for climaxes, you knew about this one, the Another Me, which is not part of the big combo. The other one you run is class card Saber. Must have in this list.
There's a little bit of glare on that side. So
here you can do this. We can just swap around. I have 2 of the super rare. This might be better.
Yeah, there we go. see what the card actually looks like, I guess.
So I'm just gonna lay down all the level 3s first, and we'll go over the complicated as crap combo here. So first you have 3 Kaleidoscope Miu. Some will run 2. I feel like you pretty much should run 3 because this card's pretty much it's actually required for the combo. I'll go into what that does in a second. And then you run 4 of the Kaleidoscope Illya. So what basically happens here? So these cards, the way the whole deck works basically, is you kind of dirtle around for the first few levels. Kind of building stock. It's not too different from Konosuba, really. You dirtle around, building some stock, kind of just trying to, if you can, you want to try to keep even with them most of the game to the best of your ability. I'd say you want to get them before you combo off. You want to get to, I'd say 2-3, 2-4 at minimum.
Yeah, just sort of like Konosuba threshold, like similar sort of, bottom for being able to kill them.
So the way this works is toward the end, I'd say, I'm still trying to figure out when exactly you want to start hoarding these cards, because I'd say roughly mid-game you want to start hoarding these, honestly. That's what I've realized. Because it can be hard to find these. Like, I've found myself start hoarding them as early as 1-3 before. just because they're so hard to find.
These themselves help you get into these, don't they?
You'd think so.
Yeah, but what are their on-play effects?
So the Kaleidoscope, when you play her, is draw 2, pitch 1. So that helps. The Miyu is on play. Look at top cards of deck equal to number of magic characters, which is everything. So basically, it's on play. Make sure you have a full board before you play her.
You get to top
so
deck
you look at 5, which will hopefully get you deck side. Theoretically, you should find them, but it just doesn't always happen.
Yeah, it's a lot.
So that's why you want try to maybe hoard 1 or 2 of these if you can, and find the other ones of these, or find more copies of the actual combo you need. So realistically, I'm just going to kind of go over how the combo works here. Now, ideally, you don't want to go for the full combo. It's really hard to get all 3 Prismas.
Because you have to have a Miyu on the field.
You have to have all 4 of these stupid things in your hand, which is kind of unrealistic. So in a realistic sense, what you're trying to aim for is this. You're trying to aim for acquiring 3 of these in your hand. 1 Miyu and 2 Illyas. That's kind of what you're... And you want to have 6 stock. 6 stock is kind of like all you need for the actual combo to go efficiently. So you have your board, you've played your Kaleidoscopes, you've drawn cards, discarded cards, played Miyu, dug out your last climax if you haven't had it already. And then you play Class Card Saber. Whenever you do that, you have to first you mill the top card of your deck, which is where all the top checking comes into play here. So you want to play one of the either like where is it at? This is where like that card came into play, or the magical stick. Yeah, thank you. And then this one scries. This one only looks. So this is going to happen. This trigger is going to happen twice. So this card isn't always better. In this case, the stick might be better here. Because actually, if you're really good, you can do this first. Put the level 3. The only thing this fails on is level 3s. So you can put the level 3 on top, then play this, throwing a level 3 to the bottom. So you'll actually get both the combo parts off here. So you can set it up. But then, so you play the Class Card Saber, you do this, mill 1. Hopefully you did this right, it's level 1 or 0. Or Climax, which is considered 0 also. Mill that, discard a copy of the Climax that you played, discard at your waiting room, do it again for the other one, reveal, mill, discard your other copy of Class Card Saber. And this actually is a combo on it too, where just basically if you play this card, you draw a card, gets plus 1500. And if you reverse their character, it goes to the bottom of their deck, which
so
could
like
be relevant.
You could have these situations where you scry and like you see a climax. What you could do is do this first. Say you see another Class Card Saber on the top of your deck, you could actually draw it with that. So it's a pretty neat effect. But you either do it second because you've already set it and you see it with Ruby and you're good to go, or you do it first to like draw extra climax or something. Or draw a level 3 that you can't get off the top of your deck. So,
yeah, it's a lot to set up. I'm not gonna lie. This from playing Konosuba for the first year plus of my life, going from like a 1 out of 10 difficulty, it's like 11 out of 10. But it's difficult. But anyways, once you do this combo, every time you've done this, you'll have on attack for all your characters burn 1. So this will give all 3 of these characters on attack burn 1, and this will give on attack all your characters burn 1. So you go...
You're burning 1 twice for every time you do this.
Yeah, so you go attack, burn 1, then for 1, 2, 3, and whatever you trigger, attack, burn 1, attack.
Yeah, that's like really, really destructive. That's
so
like...
it's 6 pings. And if you're, like I said earlier, if you're really, really lucky, if this was a 3rd Prisma and you happen to have all 4 of these in your hand...
And this has to be in the back row, because the Miyu has to be on your field, not center stage, just on your field.
This is part of the combo. You have to have this, have all the climaxes, and have the top check properly. So it's a lot of stuff. That's all I got on this. It's a monstrosity of a deck.
But yeah, so like this is a list we really don't see in English a lot because we don't have all the sets that JP has for PrIllya. But it's like this set that out of nowhere can just like destroy you. But so like the main thing, since you only run these 7 whiffs in the deck, you're just tracking these to make sure you know where all these are. So that when you combo off, you know that you're not going to hit them. So, like, it's really not hard to whiff the mill part. It's getting all the climaxes, right?
Oh, yeah. I don't think only one time in the last 2 weeks, or week been like a week and a half since I've gotten this deck. Have I ever whiffed this? And it was only one of the 2 triggers too.
Okay.
And like I said, I thought it was. I mean, statistically improbable. I had like 40 cards, and only 2 of them would whiff, and of course it was. But,
yeah, that's how it works.
But chances of whiffing are slim. But just to make sure you don't whiff, you run the top triggers.
Yeah, but all right. Yeah, I think that's it. We got anything else? Anything else, Andy? Or all right. But. All right, so that's Prisma Illya. Like always, we're trying to get all these deck techs out, so if you want to see something next, something obscure, something from a set we've already done but we haven't covered a specific build, let us know down in the comments. But yeah, I think that's it. Have a good day, guys.